This video is sponsored by Level 8 Luggage. Get 10% off using code Nonstop10. Today we're in Finland to ride a super comfy Intercity service which runs from Helsinki along the Russian border. We'll spend this 3-hour trip in a comfortable private compartment with some delicious food, so let's go and check it out together. Welcome to stunning Suomenlinna Island Fortress, located in Helsinki Bay, 4 kilometers south of the city centre, but easily accessible by cheap and frequent ferry. These 8 islands were fortified in the 1740s to keep Russian expansionism at bay. Maybe the Finns should rearm them today. I love coming out here for a walk, a coffee, and just to enjoy the amazing views out over the Gulf of Finland. If you don't speak English, please enable the closed caption subtitles as they're translated into 140 languages for you. You can also now change the audio track to 8 other languages, including Spanish, Italian, French, German, Japanese and Hindi. Okay, back on the mainland, and we are now in Helsinki's central square. Here you'll find the main university building, a statue of Emperor Alexander II of Finland, the government palace and the Lutheran cathedral, which dates back to 1830. A 10-minute walk from here is Helsinki main station. There is a bus station on both sides of the building serving many routes all over the city, along with tram and metro stations located out the front. A station first opened on this site back in 1868, however this current building dates back to 1919. It's certainly one of Europe's most iconic station designs, with its large arches and 4 stone lantern bearers standing guard at the main entrance. Heading inside, and I love the style. There are many food outlets and shops on the main concourse, which includes this main hall and the newer extension which backs onto the platform area. Today we'll be taking the IC3 service to Joensuu as far as Parikkala, where I will then connect to a regional service to Savonlinna in the heart of the Finnish Lake District. Let's head through to platform 7, as I can see our train is already waiting. Nearly all Finnish long-distance services are operated by these Skoda double-decker coaches, which are absolutely huge. They come in both seated and sleeper variants. It's a 5-car set of the seated type for us today, and I've booked one of the private 2-seat compartments. There are so many seating options on these trains. I'll try and show you them all throughout the course of the journey. Hauling us today is a VR SR2 electric locomotive. These entered service in 1995 and are based on the Swiss RE460 loco. They have a top speed of 210 km per hour and a power output of 6,000 kilowatts. If you need a new case for your travels in 2025, get a great deal with Level 8. In the past few months I've been trying out the Roadrunner 20-inch carry-on, and it has really won my heart. It features ultra-quiet 360-degree durable spinner wheels for effortless movement and a quick access, lockable front laptop and tablet pocket. Its large 38-litre capacity and multitude of storage pockets is ideal for compartmentalising your packing. There is also a lifetime warranty for absolute peace of mind on endless adventures. Level 8 are offering my viewers a special discount of 10% off every order using code Nonstop10. Just click the link above now or in the description below. Okay, let's board. All doors are level with the platforms with just a small gap to bridge. Ramps are available if required. This is second class, which is laid out in a 2+2 configuration, mainly in airline style but with 2 bays of 4 in the centre. At the end of these coaches are one 4-seat and one 2-seat compartments, the latter of which is where I'll be sitting today. These are lovely little private spaces with luggage racks up above, and they don't cost as much as you'd think. We'll check out all the prices once we get going. Today's route will see us depart Helsinki and first run north and then east along the Russian border, making 7 intermediate stops before arriving at Parikkala. We depart right on time at 10:19 am. Today's journey is 351 kilometres in distance and is scheduled to take 3 hours and 12 minutes of travel time, arriving at 1:41 pm. The adult base fare, which includes a second class seat, can be as low as €12.90, which is exceptional value. However, the fares are dynamically priced, so if travelling next day, they can be over 4 times more, as high as €52.90. You can then add on any extras, as seen here, but these do not change in price and always stay the same regardless of when you book. Extra is first class, we'll check this out soon too. For instance, my base fare plus 2-seat private compartment cost a total of €34.10, very good for this 3-hour plus trip in my opinion. The following discounts are only on the base fare, the add-ons are not discounted. Children aged 4 to 17 get 40% off, full-time students get 30% off and pensioners get 20% off. Off to the right side here is the Linnamäki amusement park, which is open daily between May and October. Our first stop today is at Pasila. Many people join the train here as it's much more convenient to stop for the north of Helsinki. Then we pass one of VR's famed Lapland sleeper trains. This one has a mix of both double and single decker sleeper coaches. To see my review on the Santa Claus Express to Rovaniemi, click the link above now. The next and last stop in the Greater Helsinki area is at Tikkurila, where you can change to or from an airport commuter train. Okay, let's take this moment to check out my private compartment. The seats are the same as used in second class, but are by no means bad. They are pretty comfortable and have an adjustable padded headrest. There are also padded armrests and the seat reclines using this lever. Coat hooks are under the luggage rack and a headphone jack is on the armrest. I don't know if this works as I have no wired headphones. There is a small fixed table and endless legroom. Each seat has access to one standard European power socket and a wad of removable bin bags. There are both individual reading lights and a main room light and a full-length blind on the window. Overall, I really like it. For not much more money, these compartments offer great privacy, comfort and a peaceful journey. Here's a look at the 4-seat compartment opposite mine. It has all the same amenities, but well, 4 seats instead of 2. If you want ad-free, early access to every video, great perks and to help me do bigger and better reviews, then become a channel member from just £1.99 per month. Just click the link above now or the join button in every video. Thank you! Let's go and check out the dining car. There is a small seating area in this part of the coach and a larger one upstairs with special and very cool sideways facing seats. The main section has a large counter and another seating area. I'll put a link to the onboard menu in the description below, but there's a really good selection of hot and cold meals, snacks and drinks. I got a cheese omelette with salad and a coffee. It was a good size and very delicious. The total price was €13.20.
Next stop.
Finland has a massive forestry industry, which the railway has an integral part of transporting the wood between the forests, sawmills and ultimately for export. One such yard can be seen here off to the left at Lahti station. These trains have fantastic onboard facilities for families and children travelling. First, there is this private 4-seat family compartment available to book. And also upstairs in one of the coaches is a dedicated family area with safety gates on the stairs and a large play zone down the far end. There is also a pushchair area next to the 2 wheelchair spaces with an accessible toilet next door with baby changing facilities too. Then the normal toilets can be found regularly spaced throughout the train. These were clean, fully working and stocked up with soap and toilet roll. I love the woodland patterns on the wall too. Now let's pop up and have a look at Extra or First Class, which occupies the whole top deck of one coach. Free self-service tea and coffee making facilities are directly ahead here. The seats are quite similar to second class but are wider and with more legroom. There are large, padded, winged headrests for more privacy too. Anyway, train tour complete, back to my private compartment.
You can now order the delicacies of the restaurant car from the VR Parikkala app.
When enjoying the snowy vistas and passing by endless forests, you can really start to understand how wood and paper is a €20 billion industry in Finland, accounting for around 18% of the country's industrial GDP, 20% of their exports and around 1 in 30 jobs nationwide. No wonder the Finns love nothing more than to relax in a steamy hot sauna at the end of the day. Finland is home to 5.5 million people and 3.3 million saunas. The VR app is very helpful when it comes to not only buying tickets but also tracking trains. You can click on yours or any other service on the map and it'll tell you its current location, speed and any delays. Next stop for us is Lapinranta. This town is capital of the South Karelia region and home to around 74,000 people, making it our largest intermediate stop outside of the greater Helsinki area. I can certainly appreciate this, as probably half the passengers get off here. Moving on, we call at our last 2 intermediate stations, Jutsino and Imatra, before we start to run parallel with the Russian border. Amazingly, most of this 1,340 km long frontier is completely unguarded, and during this time of the year the many lakes in the area are frozen solid. At our closest point coming up shortly, we are just over 600 metres from the border. In 5 more minutes our journey will be at an end, so let me summarise this VR Intercity service from Helsinki to Parikkala in a 2-seat compartment. I love these trains, they're super comfortable, have an excellent dining car and loads of facilities. The added bonus of the privacy and beautiful snowy scenery really topped it all off for me. Great job VR! I love how even the smaller and more remote communities in Finland are connected by fairly frequent services. Both long distance to Helsinki and more local ones, such as the one I'll be taking now. We arrive at Parikkala right on time. I'm now taking this little diesel rail car onwards to Savonlinna in the heart of the Finnish Lake District. Have you been on any Finnish long distance trains before? If so, which ones and on which routes? How did you find them? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to new video ideas and suggestions, so drop me a DM on Instagram, Blue Sky or Twitter for anything you really want to see on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching to the end, and I'll see you in the next video.